Hi, I'm John Peitzman, JP, certified high performance coach and creator of the Build Framework. I help individuals all over the world to thrive in their personal and professional lives. And as the host on this show, our aim is to transform lives one guest at a time. And we do that by having amazing guests, and today is no different. We have with us Ying Yang. Ying is the founder of Y Square Education, and she's also an intuitive leader and healer, helping business entrepreneurs actually grow heart-centered businesses with flow and joy through online platforms. With over 15,000 hours of working and consulting with clients and organizations, Ying has dedicated over a decade to actually leveraging her degree in psychology and her business success to help her clients overcome personal blocks and to achieve more clarity and fulfillment in their lives. Ying has run over 250 seminars and workshops in the last 5 years across the country, helping her clients to align their action with vision. I've been really excited about having this conversation with her today. Ying, welcome to the Build Show.
Thank you so much,
So great to have you here. Yeah. And let me just start by asking, what are you excited about right now as you sit here today?
Wow, I'm excited that you're actually taking your time, your energy, and your efforts to to providing these platforms to connecting lots of people.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm really appreciative and thankful. Yeah.
Right. Well, that's amazing, and I know that you have such a great journey and story to talk about. So let's dive right into it. As you know, we use the Build Framework as kind of a model to guide our conversations. Yeah. For those of you who still don't know what the Build Framework is all about, I'll remind you, it's an acronym. BUILD is standing for build relationships, understand the business, implement strategies, lead and inspire, and deliver excellence. And we're gonna walk through Ying's personal journey on the path of the BUILD framework and to really uncover some insights that are unique to you. And that's what I love about this show. Everyone has a unique story and journey that they've used to build across to get to their success. So when we start with building relationships, what are some of the most important relationships that you've had on your journey?
I think first I really like to acknowledge the Build frameworks because I had to look through. It's really transforming. It's really simple and not so much wisdom in it.
Right.
And I feel like the most important relationship I had was with myself.
Right.
As you guys know, over the years, my background was psychology, and the psychiatry for 13 years, and I found I had a really chaotic, negative relationship with myself. At the beginning, like my mind wanted to get out of the relationship, but my body was there. And when I was
You can't divorce yourself though, can you?
and I was lying on the beach, I was thinking of work. But when I was in the office, I was thinking about, I wish I'm lying on the beach. So I feel like my body and mind was dislocated. And my first degree was nursing, so I worked in the hospital for nearly a decade. And every morning when I wake up, my head was banging on the wall because I didn't feel fulfilled to do what I do. But because you have the mortgage, you have bills, logically and emotionally, there was lots of conflicts within myself. Right. And even emotionally, eating chocolates was bad, but you still pick that up. And I found that the most important relationship is that unless I can have a real peace with myself, I can't have a peace with anybody in the world. So that was a journey that goes within and to find out who am I and what is I mean to do, why I am the worst enemy. So I have a philosophy that I can upset the world, I will never upset myself.
Oh,
because
great.
If I do upset myself, I feel, my whole world would be upset, directly, indirectly. So I do believe, like John, you said, the most important relationship was definitely with myself. Yeah.
Right. And how do you maintain that relationship in a healthy way? Yeah, with yourself. Do you have practices that you do? And
I do meditation. Definitely.
Great. I love meditation.
Definitely, and I do day in, day out, every day. I brush my teeth, and sometimes I realize I try to escape, and I realize I cannot escape. So I definitely encourage everybody to meditate. Yeah, I feel like, I check in if I have anger, aggression, feeling blamed, betrayed, criticized, challenged, and I see all these emotions and I started to aware and observe, and I think there must be something not aligned. My action is procrastinating. Like, why do I procrastinate? If energetically something is not aligned, then I would procrastinate. So I always check in myself. Very deep awareness, as you know.
Right, that's amazing. So if we move to you, which is understand the business, right? What pearls of wisdom do you have about understanding the business that you'd like to share with our listeners here today?
I think understand the business, I have a huge impact on my mom. She's passed away already, but she was like a very entrepreneurial. She always have a heart like to serve other people. I do believe, like, for all the entrepreneurs out there, if you really wanted to build a business a sustainable business, and there's only one thing, is even simpler. And you building business, you only need to build one thing, which is trust.
Right, love that.
I do feel like, so even when I did a consulting with lots of clients and entrepreneurs, business corporates, and I tell them, you only need to do one thing, trust. Do you trust yourself? Some people say, I trust my company, I trust my leader, I trust my product, but I don't trust myself. And some people, they think, I don't trust my clients will appreciate me, or I don't trust if my clients trust me. Or the clients come from the client's perspective, so like, how can I trust this person? So I do believe that all the trust actually come from yourself. Like if you truly believe who you are, what do you do? Even I had a client yesterday, and I asked her, I said, look, the clients I made a refer to you, it could be, $5,000, $10,000 potential clients. Why would you just didn't serve somebody deeply, didn't care? So she came back to me, she said, I just didn't trust myself could help him.
Right.
So she did put down, I can see she has the ability to do the work. She didn't trust herself. In a way, like, she suffer, I would say, financially, emotionally. But the clients also feel like he didn't trust her, so he didn't trust him. So I do believe that if you wanted to build a business, you really to get clarity on trust yourself, trust your business, trust your team, trust your product, and make sure that your clients would also trust you too as well. So I feel like if you can just shut down your head, get into your heart, just, let go of your head. And in our advanced programs, we do help our clients to overcome all these, shame and guilt, trauma of not trusting, energetically help our clients to overcome that as well.
Right. That's amazing. And I love the journey, how that actually goes through what we call centrifugal looping in the book, which is you're taking the relationship understanding of building a relationship with yourself, right, to the understanding of trust being the most important. Because if you don't have that relationship with yourself, so you can trust yourself, then you're not going to be able to bring that trust to yourself and the clients, right? So that's really a nice journey and a nice connection. And as you know, Build is a heart-centered, framework. It's all about getting out of the head, and I love the connection there as well. Just trusting that heart. It's really important to understand how all of this connects in the heart, not in the head, right?
Yeah, and I do believe that lots of clients, when they come back in build a business, actually their family relationship, their childhood histories, they're actually all the things that hasn't been resolved and holding them back a place more. Clients, they have being abandoned and rejected by their parents or marriage, they bring that trauma into business. So sometimes the clients comes here to say, I'm ready to do the work, but then energetically there is a still wound and it hasn't been cleared. Yeah.
Right. Which is that part about removing the blocks and giving them the fulfillment and clarity that they need.
I do believe, the strategies, the funnels, the copywriting, the content, everything will just flow once energetically you able to really connecting with yourself and letting go all the mental baggage or the emotional wound or stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's a perfect segue. Let's talk about some of those strategies. So I is implement strategies. So what are some of the most effective strategies that you've learned to implement that you'd like to share with the listeners today?
I actually did a deep exercise around strategy. And if I tell you strategy, you might laugh at me. I feel, I came to Australia when I was 19, as you can see, 15 years ago, 16 years ago.
Right.
and made a decision that to come overseas by myself with a bag and studied at university, nursing degree, psychology degree, and had a child. Now my daughter is 9. She just had a birthday.
Oh, amazing.
I still look young.
You do.
And I make a decision, quit my job, started my business, doing all these things. I feel like I write all the success, turning points, all the important moments in my life to lead to where I'm sitting here with you. I feel like I look back, I had a superpower, which was intuition. That intuition, that to the voice that guides you to do what you do with no doubt. Like I always had that voice in my head. So my body, I'm very intuitively knows which direction to go. Sometimes I just said, okay, I surrender. I don't want it to think. And my body would actually guide me to go which way. Even today, I got a bit lost, but my body says this way. I said, okay.
and here you are.
I'm here. So I do believe, the most, there is so much strategies, about marketing, sales, all the hiring, firing, recruiting, financial. There's so many strategies, and I found, and I write all my achievements. The most amazing strategy is intuition. Like I'm very intuitive with everything I do, I don't do. And if I don't see hell yes, that means it's a hell no. So I have 100% certainty with my intuition.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So how can we help the listeners out there tap into their own intuition? What do you advise people to do to get the feeling that you're talking about? I completely relate and understand exactly what you're talking about. But a lot of people might be looking at you and saying, well, what does that mean? Is that like the gut feeling, or is that, or if they have it a little bit, how can they cultivate it and learn to trust it more? What would you advise them to do?
That's a great question, John. Like in our Awaken Entrepreneur transformational programs, we do guide our clients step by step. Some clients, they come in with different kind of blockage. So it's like an analogy. You and me wants to get a mango, but then we need to work on the location where to plant the seed. We need to look about the temperature. We need to look about, how to fertilize it, how to water it. And then we get a mango is a byproduct. So I do believe that intuition is a byproduct of I have done all the healings. Be honest with you, I have done healings. I write it down, all my programs I spent like investing myself around $200,000. It's like $250,000 to get myself right. I'm not talking about the money. I'm talking about I had like a deeper yearning, like to find out the truth of life, or to find out, what's wrong with me? Oh, how can I get myself aligned? And so I did a huge amount of like a journey of investing in myself, and I do understand that. And people think people must be selling me something for me to purchase, but I feel like I just had a needs that to really to invest in myself, to learn and to understand, because everything my parents told me didn't work. And, they told me to get a job, have a baby, have a car, have a house. And I got all that. I was like, then what? I'm still not happy. Yeah, I feel like that was a journey to go deep. So yeah, it's a byproduct. So I do believe that if you're willing to invest in yourself, you're willing to have that determination to do, and they will come to you. Like it's hard for me to teach,
I love that. Work on yourself and don't look at it as the thing you're going after. Look at it as a byproduct.
It's byproduct.
Clearing all the mess that you have in your life.
Yeah. So even I don't like you. We run a business. We don't focus on how much money we get. I get up in the morning and ask how many people I can help.
Right.
How many people I can build a trustable, fulfill the relationship with. How can I find out what their big challenge? How can I fulfill that needs? And the money will come in naturally.
Right.
So when you talk about intuition, I do believe that when you truly invest in yourself, work in yourself, and in your intuition will come and become better and better. I know you are martial arts.
Yes.
And like energetically, exactly even the same kick, but if you do 1,000 times, you'll be energetically feeling different.
Absolutely.
That's your intuition as well. Yeah.
Do the work. No, that's great. Which leads to leading and inspiring, which you clearly do every day.
I do. I am.
And what do you have to share about leading and inspiring?
I think the leading and inspiring, another secret of my life. I think I never lead. I don't lead. It's like, you have a group of children and you put them together. There'll be one child just to tell all the other child what to do. And you never tell that child you have to lead.
It just happens.
It just happens. I do believe my secret of leading is following. Like, I always have a people that tell me, because when I was in the work in the hospital, I was like, I hate my boss tell me what to do. I hate it. I hate people tell me what to do. Like, I absolutely can't stand it. I just walk out. I said, I don't need the money. I'm gonna walk out. But when I started business, I said, please tell me what to do. I don't know what to do, and I had I have to pay somebody to tell me what to do.
Right.
And I do believe that I wanted people around me, everybody's better than me, so they can tell me what to do. And I just need to follow my heart and follow my intuition, and everyone, they can just attract, that's it. I attract the people better than me, and tell me what to do and guide me what to do. And the people just telling me that I'm inspiring, but I just believe that I just attract. I feel like even I have a great business partner, I never tell her what to do. I just do what I need to do and to do the best I do. That's all you need to do. Even with my team, some VAs, I never met them and I never tell them what to do. And they just all said, oh, you're done, And I feel like that's so much easier. You just get out of the way and give them space to do their work. Imagine I'm telling our team what to do. I don't even know what to do. So we just need to get out of the way and let them do their work. And that's the best way to
great
lead.
Insight. And I love how it all ties together, right? Because you're using your intuition to lead and inspire. Which leads to then delivering excellence, right? So the final letter in the build framework, right? So what do you have to share with our listeners today about delivering excellence?
I deliver excellence, okay. I tell you a story, I think a very short story. When I was 16 or 17, I had an English school. And it was a very young age because my mom had a fashion shops, like a very luxury, mature age fashion shops. And the people go to her shops is the ladies who have money, very classic, and love to invest money in their appearance. Right. So majority of the women has children, have a child. So when my mom had a business like with all the women selling them very luxury fashion clothes, handbags, shoes, and all the children, they have a place like to learn English. But that time, when I was 16, I couldn't speak English, but I can speak at least how are you, alphabets. And all my students was aged from 4, 6, 8 when I was 16. So I didn't have to go out to do my marketing because my mom already got a database.
Right, they're all right there.
And she got all the women has all the children, and I put all the handouts to all the children. They all like me, they all trust me, they all know me. So all their children come to my class. And so my mom was making lots of money from their ladies. I made a fortune from their children.
Right.
And my English was not even good at all, but my English was better than all the kids.
Right.
So I do believe excellence, you don't need to be excellent to do your work. You only need to do better than your customer.
Right.
So I don't really think, oh my God, I'm not ready, I'm not good enough. I used to have that noise that in my head and I'd be hiding, I'd be so scared on the stage. And I just couldn't do my work because I think I need to learn more, I'm not ready, Lots of coach and consultant we work with, they always wanted to learn the next thing. I said, when you're gonna start making money, you run out of money. And then they'll be like, no, I'm not ready, I have to learn another thing, so I'd be ready. I said, you don't need to be ready. You don't need to be excellent than the top in the world. But as long as you can serve your customer.
Right.
So I do believe like I don't really striving for excellence from a place of self-inadequate. I do striving for excellence,
Sure.
but I'm more thriving for serving clients, and I can be better than them. That's all I need to be.
Right.
And then when they rise above, I rise above higher than them. Then they rise above, I rise above higher, and that's all it is.
And that's amazing. It's such an important insight, I think, because a lot of people, you're right, out there will wait until they have that version of excellence in their mind before they go and try to even serve a client who might just need, like you said, basic English in that example, right?
Like,
and you know enough to teach that. And a lot of people out there, they know enough to teach and get in the game, but they're waiting until they reach this threshold that they've put on themselves of excellence. But really, excellence can be just being better at something than someone else and allowing them to reach that next level of excellence.
That's it.
Right.
You have a gap with your clients, and you're getting to where they wanted to be, and that's all that is. And even McDonald's. Sometimes I tell my daughter that is like junk food.
Right.
But if you give McDonald's to African children, to people starving, it's excellent food.
Right.
But for us, maybe junk food. So how do you measure that excellence? I don't measure that. I just, according to different contexts, has different purpose for everything.
It's all relevant.
It's all irrelevant. So, so I just feel like for the people watching the show, you don't need to be excellent to serve people. You just need to be better than your customer. That's my secret. I'm better than my customer, and I'm fully trust myself, and I be able to, I can serve them.
I love that. Look, we could talk all day, and I love this conversation. What maybe is a word of wisdom or something else that we haven't shared yet that you'd like to take this opportunity to share with the listeners? Is there anything that comes to mind that's like a pearl of wisdom that you have?
I think wisdom is you really need to connect to your heart. In the information is like if you're looking at agriculture age, then hunter and gathering age, agriculture age, industry age, informational age. Lots of the education actually is built on industry age, which is like, based on information, getting people ready for work. But now it's informational age, and we're even moving into consciousness age. So I do believe lots of the education is not a place that you accumulate your qualification. Education is a process of transformation.
Right. Oh, love
That's
that.
why we call the West Square education, because I do believe education, you transform to where you are, to where you want it to be, not just looking for the next qualification. Even I go to university and I did a speaking with them, I did a mentorship with the senior university business school, and all the students said, I need a certificate.
Right.
But I do believe that certificate has a place for doctors, for heart surgeons, for eye surgeons, but if you wanted to be yourself, you don't have to waiting for that qualifications to be who you are, Right. I don't have a business degree, but I can run a business and to teach other people how to run a business.
So that's amazing. I love that insight.
Great.
And finally, how can people get a hold of you or contact you if they want to learn more about your services?
I think people, if you're watching this video, just click the link below. I'll go send a link to John.
Tell us your website, and we'll put the website up in the actual screen.
So it's westsquare.com.au, and I'll send you. And also, I also got a free training courses, and also give all the students. But on top of that, I really just wanted to thank you taking your time and your place. This is a huge time and efforts to build something like this.
My pleasure, and it's been so great to talk to you today.
Thank you
for being
so
on the
much,
show.
John.
Thank all of you for joining us today as well. For more great resources to help you become your best self, including free worksheets and downloads, make sure to check out thebuildframework.com. That's it for this episode. I'm JP. We'll see you next time on The Build Show.